for the start of the century. See if I can finally get it that I can get further than Volcanus. Since every time I got stuck on Volcanus. Let's go. Did I check everything correctly? Yeah, let's just keep it at standard settings. I think that will be fine. Let's go. Yeah. Ah, okay, good. It's kept mine. No, we're gonna keep the ship. Let's just make it a monument later. I have set it to real world because just setting everything up for trains is always my most favorite thing. Since I don't know, trains in general, just having a fully working base with trains going everywhere is just something so satisfying. It's like that. I know that autistic part of my brain that is just like, yeah, look at that, trains. So let's see if we can get a little bit quick through the early game. Just to make sure that we... Let's get a few big rocks. Let's get just... big rocks. Oh, there's some. I think, no. That's all still small rocks. Well, okay, not the best spawn, but sure. We'll just go with it for a little bit. Absolutely no big rocks. Okay. Well, I'm in a pickle. Alright, since running around it's gonna take more time. Let's just get some... Ooh. Excuse me. Played a few other games. Makes it already that we're not good at the game anymore. Even with 900 hours in the game, I still have nothing to show for it. Like, I'm good at this game. No, I'm not. I'm actually anus. There you go. Let's just set some hand feeding for now. We'll get to that quick. See, that's what I get. I want to open inventory with tab every time. That's what you get for playing other games. It is a problem. There you go. Let's get some early iron. Get some more. Alright. How many do I need? I need some stone as well. Oh yeah. You dummy. First remove this, so that the first part of the coal snake. Let's mine some more. I'm no speedrunner at this game. I just have to think about... Last time I tried to build a base that could do everything, I built it too big, too quick, and it made it that it took way too long for it to activate. So this time I'm going to perk myself in a little bit and just make sure that I don't try to go too fast, to make sure that I don't get stuck again in the early game. Because that was tragic, how slow that one went. It was a bit sad, really. I was like, oh, I can perhaps get to Fulgora or Volcanus quickly, and then you just stuck. It's a bit sad. Let's just get some iron smelting up and running. I really have to get back into it. we go. One more. Let's just first get working on a little bit more iron, and then we'll start working on a little bit more copper. I'm not working towards any specific achievements. I'm just trying to get to the end of this game, because the end of this game is hard enough as it is. Space Age. There we go. Alright. Well, we are set up with coal very close to water, which is gonna make our early game nice and quick. There we go. Let's get some more of these. And we're gonna build two. I'm gonna set up one at stone, just so we have stone production without issues. Oh, yeah, I'd rather make it into a plus sign, but we only need one for now. Screw it, let's just dump a whole lot in there. Okay. Then we set up the next one. Go. Let's just take this away for now. We need as many burner mines as we can. And we're quickly gonna switch over to steam power and electric mining drills as quickly as possible. And 1, 2, 3, 4. The next ones are all gonna go for copper. Alright, we don't need this anymore. This is fine now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get some power. Alright. Get some of these. Let's set up some copper. I need a little bit of stone. Luckily, there's some small big sand rocks. I still can't believe that I didn't find a single big rock. It makes it a little bit slower, but to be fair, with the speed that I work at in this game, it's not like it'll make it that much slower. Not like I'm one of the fastest Factorio speedrunners. I've seen some of those, and it's just insanity how quickly they work. Oh, I need 2 more. I'm normally more of a casual player, but I've played through the early game so many times that I kind of don't want to spend too long on it this time. Offshore pump. Some of those, one of those. Let's at least quickly get that stuff working. Let's get the copper up and running. Good. Running out of copper here. Let's go back to my stone. I didn't bring any coal. Alright. Need more coal snakes. For now. And then we're gonna set up early power here, I think. Copper, or coal, and then steam power here. Yeah, that sounds like a good trade-off. Alright. Let's just set up a coal snake. iron production is up and running. Now I have to keep myself from using too many blueprints. I've used blueprints too much, and I kind of want to make my own base. I did it a lot to learn early game, but I kind of want to build modular setups. With modular setups, I mean, I want, for instance, a crafting setup for assemblers, that is 2 items in, 1 item out, or 3 items in, 1 item out, or 2 items in plus a liquid and 1 item out. I want to really make my own base this time, instead of just copy pasting whatever you can find on GitHub. Since, I mean, to be fair, everyone can do that. I kinda shot myself in the foot by trying to do it that way, but everyone plays Factorio in its own way. Let's just set it up here. Oh, no, I wanted to grab that one. Alright, let's make some bumps. This, that. Alright. Set up a little bit of a system here. Yeah, it should be it for now. Need a little bit more iron. That's the energy. Energy's low. Alright. Just quickly set up everything. Let's go. First batch of copper. Always nice. Let's make a few more of these, and make 2 of those. We're gonna quickly work towards... I really need to build a lab first. It's not the best, that new system that they used. Oh damn, I need wood. There's some wood to the top left here. Oh, so you can. Sure, that's handcrafted. We need to build, we need to get some wood first anyway. I remember a while ago I played a randomizer run, and wood trees gave random amounts of wood as well. And I had trees that gave just 0 wood, and I could barely get through early game because I couldn't make power poles. There was a very specific tree I had to find that was hundreds, maybe thousands of blocks away from my base that would give 2 wood. And it was just enough to get through the first hurdles of the game, but that hurt. Alright, let's just get 10 so we can start with the most important one of all. The one that makes this game a little bit more bearable. once we get automatic mining up and running, we're just gonna immediately set this up. Just so we don't have to wait for it. And we're gonna set... let's just set this up here. Let's not run too far with it. Alright. Upside. Let's see, how far do we have to go for automatic electric drills? 25. Alright. Upside. Alright. Perfection. Alright, that's this iron setup, or this stone setup. It's not like we need it for that much longer. So, we'll just keep it like this for now. Alright. I need more iron. I, of course, restocked the miners with new coal, but I didn't take out the beautiful iron plates. Just make a few of those. Make a few of those. Alright. I can set this up easier when I'm close to this. Come on. There we go. The hotkeys are a mess in my head. I have to get used to it a little bit again. I can set these up a little bit further away from each other. I need more of this, but at least that's the start of it. We just need more iron plates. Now I'm slowly realizing that perhaps this was not already enough to get through the first part, but I think we'll be fine, since I'm not the fastest person in this world. Although I already feel like I'm trying to push myself a little bit faster, but it's fine. Yeah, let's just focus on keeping our research up and running. Just to make sure that we can get to electric mining drills fast. Yeah, we're gonna set up that quick as well. The moment we have electric mining drills, this game starts for real, for real. Oh my god, for real, for real. Now we're gonna get for logistics, and then we can set up some stacks. I can make a lot of these stone furnaces already. I believe it was it 48 smelters or 48 furnaces for a smelter stack. It's been a while. Or was it 24 for a yellow belt and 48 for a red belt? Jeez. That's a while ago. Oh, that is a while ago. That's fine. We'll figure it out. If I have too much, it's fine. Better to have too much than too little. And that's the last one. Should be enough to get to electric mining drills. Let's get a little bit more resources so we can build the electric drills the moment we unlock them. Then we can get this party started. Oh, my stone mine is without coal again. It's fine, it's fine. Alright, there we go. Did I again not collect the iron plates? Alright. Now the real game starts. Let's set power production up first. Yep. Let's make this. Okay, it's not a lot of iron plates, but that's gonna be our bottleneck for a long time anyway. We're gonna, once we have power up and running, we're gonna set up the iron plates next. There we go, that's cool. Now it's time for power, and then we're gonna set up iron plates production. We're probably gonna do that up here. Yeah, we're gonna do that up here. We're just gonna build up. Yeah, we're gonna build up. Alright. Let's set it up like this. Let's see, we have 3. We have 23, so we need like 12. No, 16. So we're gonna end up with 7. There we go. This should be enough then. Okay. No, that's not a big rock. Then we're gonna need one here, one here. Second furnace stack for copper. Alright. Oh, I just had... my non-existent OCD. Alright, let's make a few more of these. Then we're gonna make a few more. Need more stone. And we need a few more of these. Alright, that's a big setup we have for now. Let's just already start working towards setting everything up in the correct order. I don't know why I'm not researching. I'll just queue up a lot of stuff. Maybe we need gun turrets to clear out some stuff. Let's just start on this and steel production. Alright. There's no iron plates in the research chests, so let's just at least kickstart that a little bit. We truly need to set this up as quickly as possible. More coal. More coal. More. There we go. Coal. I don't think I cleared them all, but at this point we're nearing the end of the coal miners, so it's fine. It's good though that our iron and copper patch are not connected. I didn't even check for that, but that saves me a lot of stuff with sorting them out later on. We'll get to that when we get to that. Alright. We need a few more steam engines. Then we have power for at least the foreseeable future. Alright, let's use Doshington's setup, because I saw that setup and I was like, that is actually indeed one of the better setups. Since I'm a dumbass, I didn't figure this out, and I always built them too big. But you can just do this, and it's fine. Perfection. Alright. That's some extra power. Should be enough for a little bit until we have everything up and running. We're probably going to be able to do it with the power we have set up right now. Alright. Logistics is almost done. That means we can remove this part and we can set up everything over here. Which means we need to set up the transport belts. I'm just gonna set up the first few. Let's do it this, there, this. Should be fine. Key band crafting. Oh, there's no stone underneath there, or no ore anymore. No anymore. Well, it's fine. We're nearing the end of this patch anyway, or the usefulness of those burner mines. Alright. We have the most important one. Now let's set up a few of these. And then we are ready to set up the actual burner stack. That will be fine. We'll be smooth cruising. We're gonna set up the standard setup. Almost. We can set up a few mines here. Iron. And now it's time to break this all down. Let's set it up as close to the coal as possible without stacking it. We'll work on efficient later. We just need some production right now. Just a little bit of production. Just to make sure that we already have some iron plates to work with. We'll work on expanding it the moment we get some materials. We just need to set up. Alright, here come the first iron plates. We're gonna need to set up production right after. I'm probably just gonna make it that it has a storage at least for now. So let's set up the poles. A few of those. Let's get our copper plates because we still have to set that up afterwards, but it's fine for now. Oh, nice. Enough copper for a while. Early game is all about iron anyway, so it's fine. Alright, let's set this up at least. Simple. We'll work on the good connection later. Just at least get some storage of iron plates, because we're gonna need them. Here? Yeah, it seems to be here. Alright. And I'm out of power poles. More production. Do I? There's one here, and it's next to that. Yeah. Like 3 times or something? So like this. I guess I got the ratios wrong or something. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't surprise me, but yeah. Uh-huh. I'm not a ratio master. I usually get them wrong or build too little or too much. I kind of want this to also be a learning phase for me to get the ratios a little bit better in my head. Will that happen? Probably not, but I'll try my best. I really need to set up automation for all those materials. Give me the iron. And I need to set up the whatchamacallit? I need to set up the research production. And of course automation of like belts and that sort of stuff. Could do some quick and dirty automation just to make sure that we have some for the foreseeable future. Let's just do it like this. chests. What else? Chests we could just hand make. That doesn't really cost too much time. I need to work on this second burner stack as well, and maybe even a third, because we're gonna need steel as well. I might use this one for iron as well, and then just make a second or a third one next to it for copper. Because copper we don't need that much of in the early game. Only for research and for electronic circuits. For the rest we're gonna need not that much copper until we get to like blue science. Like this only requires 1.5 copper. It's a little bit more on the fast inserters, but still most of what we're gonna use is iron, and it's not like we need to shirk on that, so we'd rather just overbuild and not need as much than underbuild and just get stuck on iron. Right. I mean, to be fair, it is an automation game, so I have to get better at automating, right? We need more iron ore. Nope, no, that's not the one I need. We're through with those. And this is not like Space Age where you need the burner inserters or the burner mines to build the better mines. Because could you imagine a mix between Space Age and space exploration? Oh boy. That would be a 500-600 hour playthrough. Alright, let's set up at least a little bit of copper production so we can at least start with it. So we're gonna need a few more splitters, need more iron plates, as per usual. A few more splitters, a few more undergrounds, a few more normal transport belts. Oh wait, I don't need to make more transport belts. Because I make them automatically. I need a few more stone furnaces. Set up a few more of these electric mining drills. We'll get to space one day. We need a few more electric mining drills. Alright, we're working on the splitters now, so let's work on setting this here up. slowly. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I mean that's good to save as well. Stream save. That should be enough copper for the foreseeable future. Just build these poles correctly, so we at least have everything set up. Okay, I think I put the music a little bit too hard. I was like, I need some background music. It's getting a little bit sad, like boring or empty. And then all of a sudden, it just like blast my ears. And the music for this game is always so cozy. To me, the music for this game always sounds a little bit like a lot of people would listen to the soundtrack for Minecraft and just be like, oh, here comes the drop. I don't know. It's just like the most tame music in the world. But I can't complain because I have the same with this music. Connected? Yeah. Uh-huh. We'll set that up better later. Uh-huh. It's not the most coal in the world, but we'll get to automating everything later on. And like I said, we need iron first, copper second. So we'll get to that part next. Let's see. The ratio is, I think, 1.5 copper cables to electric circuits. This is half a second makes 2. Half a second uses 3. Yeah, so you need 3 copper for 2 iron, or for 2 electric circuits. So I need 5 in total. If I do it like this, does that mean I can then work with this and this? Yeah, that does. Alright. It's probably not going to be the most compact system here, but we'll work something out. I'll make it like this. out of power poles again. My god, I really need to research these. Oh, that's so far away still. I really need to set up this base. Oh boy. Ding, ding, ding. Once I can get trains to work, I really need to work on my own system, and I don't know what type of train I want to work with. 1-1s, 1-2s, 2-4s, 1-4s, 2-8s, I don't know. I don't know if I want to build an entire train base like some of those YouTubers who have far more hours than me. It does seem fun, but it looks like a pain to work with. Alright. Let's just first set up a base and see what I'm gonna do with it. First electronic circuits. Would have been easier to build a little bit closer. I can use undergrounds for this. I can just do it like this. Build this here. Build 2 of these. Yay! The first few electronic circuits automatically produced. This is gonna be the one for iron gears. We can set those up over here to the left. What am I missing? Now we're just gonna get to the part where we're gonna automate everything. It's gonna take a while, but it's so good once you finally have everything automated. We're just gonna set it up like this. And we're gonna need 2 of these long inserters. Set up the gears. Probably want like 2 of these, maybe even 3, because gears are going to be used quite a bit. I think we have enough of these now that we can disassemble this for a bit. We'll leave that there because, of course, no, actually that's not a lot. I thought it was like full for some reason. Don't know why. My brain is thinking 500 things at the same time. There we go. Alright, what do I need for these? Yep, we have all the components for that. Let's make it a little bit further so we can set up more production if we need it. And let's try to make the standard components for everything that we're going to need with our base. Including yellow inserters and red inserters. And then we're out of iron gears again. Yellow, reds, yellow to reds. Both need these components. Wait, no, this one can go there. And then we can set up the long inserters here, and we can set up these there. Mm-hmm. 2 stacks, 2 stacks, more than enough. Beautiful. Next, same ingredients, same setup. Do I have anything else that uses those same setups? Yes. Alright, so next up it's going to be assembling machines and electric mining drills. We're going to set these here and here. I think I can put them closer to each other. Yellows on the outsides, reds, and a red's over there. Set up power. I fucking love it when that hits. Let's set this up to this, and this up to only 1. Looks like we need more gear production. Oh, no wonder we need more gear production. This one is no setup. Alright, now we need to set up the systems for belts, and that we're gonna set up over here to the left. That's why I left this spot empty over here to the left. So if this is gonna be the undergrounds. Thank you. Undergrounds, normal, and then the splitters. Splitters, normal, undergrounds. This goes to there, this goes to there. And we only need the yellow and the red here. This only needs the yellow. We only set up 4 of these. We only set up 1 stack of these because we have to be a little bit conservative about our materials. Now that we have good production, we can set up the automatic chest production because we're going to need a few chests later on, especially if we want to make buffers for resources. It's going to be a lot better to just have a little bit of chests. Even though it's not the best chests in the world, just having 2 stacks of chests is always nice. Alright, it's been built. What do you need? You still need these, and you need... can easier set this up on this side. Need some undergrounds. No, that's very wrong. I don't know what my brain is thinking. That should be it. Yep. Alright. Set up a chest. Set it to only 1 stack. Did I set up the stacks correctly? Otherwise it's going to be a big cleanup later. Yeah. Alright. What else? It seems like our production of electronic circuits could use a boost, so I think I can fit 1 more here, because I hopefully aimed that correctly. Oh. And that's double our electronic circuit production. Now we need to set up at least red science. So let's do it like this. let's just make 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should be more than enough. I don't think even we can fuel or put that much red science to work at the moment, but who knows, maybe we can expand it a little bit. And after this we probably have to check if our research production is good. Right. Oh, of course I need more labs. I can get my labs from down here probably to work over there. And then we're gonna work on setting the burner stack up completely, but it seems like we're not getting low on resources as of yet, so I think we're fine. How's power? It's fine. Even with all the burner mines. Oh, there's already one empty. I can probably tear these all down as well, because we have everything of this set up over there. Yeah, stop moving that stuff around. I need you for other things and stuff and things. I probably want to automate steam engine production and boilers as well, because early game we're just gonna rely on that until we can get to solar panels, since, you know, having giant solar panel blueprints are always nice. That's probably the one thing I don't care that I'm going to copy paste a blueprint, because the ratios for those are so super specific, and there's a few that I have that have worked so well that I think I'm just gonna use those, because some of those are so annoying to build yourself. You have to work with this like 0.3 something ratio that some people are so nitpicky about that, and they work, so I'll just use those. But we're very far away from that for now, at least the automatic production of those. We'll get to that when we get to that. Labby boys. Electricity, and then we probably have to increase our electricity production. Let's see. Yep. Alright. Let's automate that, but we don't have any stone automated yet. We can get like, maybe on the left side we'll get stone in, since stone is on my left side. Yeah. Alright, let's just have like, we're gonna probably set up steel here or steel there. Well, steel's done, so let's just research everything that is red science, since we automated it. There we go. We can stop this one. We're set with that. Let's just connect this over here. Beautiful. I love it when you finally have automatic production set up. It makes this game so much more fun right off the bat. Yeah, we're gonna have to set up automatic green science soon as well. It seems like we're fine with most of it. We can make an underground belt here. Run it underneath here. Set this one up already to make sure that we can go underneath it. So if we do this, and set oh yeah, green wires are not have to be built anymore. Let's set this one up and say if we have less than, or if we have more than 200, then you can activate. just to make sure that we always have a set amount in backlog, and we don't use any of our backlog instead of. I kind of need some of those, so should be fine. And let's read this. Oh, I swear I still have to get used to all those buttons, or used again. And let's set this to. If I have more than 50, then you can activate. And that should be green science when we get there. I mean, technically we already have everything for green science, so we might as well just set it up. Now that we're here anyway and we have the components, we might as well just set it up. I think it was 2 more because it's slower. I am not fully sure about that. Oh, it's not done yet. Oh, okay. Well, we're not that far off. We're currently researching it, so we should be fine. Well, it's the good thing about setting up stacks. Set up some power poles, and we're almost out of power production again. That was the thing I was going to work on next. Which had to do with stone. But it's fine. Let's just first handcraft a few of those boilers. I have a lot of resources in my inventory. A few more power poles. And that is green science. Trickle in. It's not a lot, but it's fine. We'll get to it later. To increase the production for this. Who knows? Oh, iron is getting lower. Yeah. And energy is getting lower. So we need to probably first fix our energy. Let's just handcraft it for now. We probably have enough coal production. And we're going to set up more electric miners, but we do need more power production for that. I think with the new system of liquids, I do think, but I'm not sure about it, that you can set up more with one offshore pump. Don't quote me on that, because I have not looked at the new ratios after Space Age came out. Since they changed how liquids work for the better, but certain things have changed, and I've seen some people complain about it already, even though what I've worked with so far doesn't seem that bad, especially not when you get to Volcanus. Since everything you do there is liquids. Volcanus was a nice place to work. It was just, you don't know what you're doing, so it's you're stumbling around. You're just like, what is calcite? What do I do with it? Alright, that's already all the red science done again. I need these poles. I'm gonna just research that. This is also very important. This is very important. This is very important. Liquids is very important. We need to set up liquids as fast as possible. Because I think I was lucky and I got I got some early oil really close to the base, but because it's so close to the base, it's gonna be a trickle of oil. Alright, this should be enough power for a bit. I think I like quadrupled my energy. No, not just, like 2.5 times. Mm, I have not set up my second iron stack yet, so let's work on that first. Then we're gonna set up stone, and then we're gonna automate our copper a little better. We're gonna be stuck for 4-way balancers real close, see here. So I think I'm just gonna do some dirty balancing, since we're gonna have probably more iron than my base can throughput on yellow belts, which is fine. But it's... Why is it always people that are like, viewers on stream? Yeah. How to do that. Don't know. I'm gonna set up here the power production parts, which means that I need one more extra of distance in between here. I need one over here. This is gonna be the boiler. It's gonna then be a standard stone furnace surface. Nice reading comprehension, bro. Here we're gonna have pipes, and we're gonna underground pipes. Because you want to just have pipes automated. There's just no reason why you don't want to make that automatic. Because you're gonna need so many pipes, especially when advanced oil handling is researched. You're gonna have a bad time if you don't have some pipes stockpiled. So we're just gonna stockpile 8 stacks and 4 stacks of this. Just keep doing that. Iron production. Yeah, iron production is dwindling right now, so we're gonna need some more. That's what we were doing until I was rudely interrupted. Very rude. I need more miners. I am all over the place. Yeah. Most of my machines are not getting enough iron anymore, so we're gonna need more. Oh, it's fine. That's one. And that is two. Now that should be enough iron for a bit. Now we just have to hook them up. Should be fine for a bit. And that is a full iron belts. Next up, the second smelter line. Just to make sure that we have enough iron plates in general. We need some more yellow. Then getting more of these. More iron plates are coming in. It should be, yeah, but it's still not enough. That's why we need the second line. La-la-dee-da do. And that should be that. Now we just have to hook up more iron mines. Because you can never have too much iron. At least not in this game. Oh, and we're out. We can build a few. It's not a problem. I don't want to run back all the way. Alright. And let's just set this one up to work on both of these. Set up a bit. Let's just at least get this working. So we have some production on both lines. Ore power, more iron. Good. Copper is still enough. We have 2 rows of iron and I have barely half a furnace stack of copper. And copper's still fine, while iron is screaming. But at least we're producing. We at least have steam engines set up now. Won't we just make 4? It's gonna take a while before all of this is done, but that's fine. Oh, this also needs pipes. Well, shit. Well, this is gonna be a tough one. No, it's gonna be tight if I place it over there. I'd rather than place it on the other side. Like this. Looks a bit stupid, but it's fine. Starter bases are allowed to look stupid. I think. Was it not the saying that everything that looks horrendous as a base is excused when you say that it is your starter base? If so, then, you know, this is just my starter base. It's just fine, you know? Who cares that it's just looking like anus? I mean, to be fair, it still looks sorta pleasing. Alright, iron is fine for now. How's my power? Power is fine. Research is being done. I don't know why I'm researching weapon shooting speed. I need other parts. Concrete. I'd rather research this so we have at least starting. Alright. There's a coal patch not too far away from here, which is already a lot bigger than my current. I kinda wanna build down to the bottom right. So I think I need to work on like a car. And then also work towards rail systems. Seems like I have enough research production that I can increase my lab amounts. Can make a little bit more room. Just get rid of some copper plates from my inventory. There we go. Can also get rid of some of the ores from my inventory. Alright. Let's almost set up labs. Almost. What is this? Oh, you have a tab now for bonuses. Ah, that I didn't know yet. Alright. Could be useful, especially when you want to see how much firepower you have. For example, those stupid worms, or those tripods, or those pentapods. Those crazy starfish. Alright. Let's just research this, because the moment we have this, my life is going to be infinitely better. We need to set up some steel production. Just a trickle, just a little bit. We can just get the coal from this, set this to left, and get this to work on our little bit of steel production. We'll set this to output priority right, because we're currently producing more. And then we're just gonna combine these two into one. Do it like this. Set this up like this. I think we're just, since we're gonna need only a trickle, we'll set up 8 in total. Should be more than enough for at least the early game. We kind of want to improve these to steel furnaces as fast as possible, but we want to do that with everything. So a trickle is fine for now. Need some more belts. There we go. A goo. Set up the production. Set up the poles. some iron production up and running. I mean, let's work with the OCD a little bit. And I think what I'm gonna do is, this is not gonna use that much coal, so we're gonna use even more coal from this, and we're gonna set up some stone brick production as well. So we're gonna finally get to the point where we can set up the stone bricks and the stone smelter. Oh, I didn't ever hook up this one to power. These ones are already out. Well, that's a good sign. I kind of want to empty this spot out a little bit quick so I can have some more room to work with, but like I've said before, we'll get to that. Copper is not an issue right now. Alright, that's a lot of stone, but it's fine. Let's set up one line over here, just so we can split the iron ore and the stone. Do it like this. And we'll make here. One is going to be iron ore, and it's going to go through this line, just so the belt will always be filled a little bit. And what is mined from this part will be filling that belt first, so this combined line will be done first. We're gonna have coal here, and we're gonna do the same with that, but we're gonna do that in a bit. First we're gonna set up this a little bit. This is the last one, so let's remove that. What we're gonna do here is this iron like that. Set this up input priority left. That way everything iron related from down here is gonna be used first from here. And then we're gonna set this to input priority left. Just so this line is gonna be used first. I set these up wrong because now no power can reach this. Very smart. 10 out of 10. Smart again. It's fine. I didn't set the splitter conditions. I am truly the Factorio player of all time. Alright, next up, stone. We're gonna have a little bit of a splitter system here. Splitters and that sort of stuff is the only thing that I'm gonna really use to copy paste, mostly because there's just one set use for them, as in there's just only one way that the belts work the most efficient, and I don't have to reinvent the wheel over and over again. Someone already made something that is fine in the ratios, then nah. Then I don't have to make them myself. You can hear the excuses rolling from me, but it's fine. Ooh. Sneeze. I'll have to get you guys to listen to that. guys? As if I'm talking to an audience of 5,000. Well, that was quick. Engines are done. I need more yellow belts. The coal snake is still there. Let's have 2 stone lines going up. Let's go a little bit here. One here. Let's make it just the same as the steel setup, because we don't need that much, really. Already out of yellow belts again. Green science can have a little bit more time. It's fine. And there should be stone bricks, steel, and normal stone. Now I just have to hook this up. Can't wait to get construction bots again. It's always the point where the game just opens up. This always takes so long. Engine researched. Automation 2 is being researched. I think I have the new power poles. Yep. So we can almost switch over to the better power poles. I just need steel, iron sticks, and copper cables. That's fine. I just have to snoop some copper from here. I have an idea on how to do it. It's just gonna be a bit annoying. It's not gonna work over here. I think I'm gonna set it up over here. Let's see, what was it that I needed? Iron sticks, copper cables. So if I'm gonna do it like this, this, and this, then I can set it up like so. Then I can set up sticks, wire, power poles, and I will bring in the steel from over here. Steel. Damn it! Just 2 little power poles. Alright, let's replace this one for a better power pole. If I place these now here. Should be better. Alright. Better power poles it is. Set up, well, I'm gonna need at least 2 stacks of that and 1 stack of that. Perfection. It is finally at the point. Now we are gonna need fast inserters. Do I need yellow inserters? Yes. So it would have been easier to set this one up where I have a little bit more space. But I think I'm just gonna make a separate yellow inserter specifically to make blue inserters. Should be fine. I perhaps can make them here. Just like this. If I do it like this, that's already everything for the blue inserters. I can grab a few power poles from this. Just replace these so I have enough coverage. Red, red, yellow, pole. And that is blue inserters. Perfection. No, with perfection I mean, wow, this base is anus. But it's fine. Alright, power. The good thing about these power poles is that they are a lot better, and my ratios with the 8s are better to do with these power poles than with the old power poles. So this is already a little bit smoother. That is stone bricks. That means that we can set up a system here for something we're going to use for a long time. Steel furnaces. And the reason that I say we're going to use them for a long time is also the reason why I'm going to set up just 8 stacks. Because this is very slow in production. But I'm going to make massive amounts of them. Like absolutely dangerous amounts of them. Alright, well that's so far the early base. Could set up a few labs extra, I think. Yeah. Last lab. And at least have those all out of my inventory. Perfect. Okay, we're getting to the point where we're getting low on what type of research, so we're just gonna research the most important researches for later on. Alright. We researched oil processing, so let's hook up the pump jacks. What do I need? Steel. Alright, let's grab some steel. I think I need steel for the oil processing as well, but we're only unlocked at the moment. We have pumped some golden liquid out of, or black gold out of the ground. Don't know what I'm looking for. Don't know why I ran over here. Good. Now, comes the other big upgrade that I have not given myself enough room for, so we're just gonna expand more to the back. Because we're gonna set up the blue assembling machines. And we're gonna set this one up to gray. Alright, let's unhook the one over here. So let's see, we need a red, and a yellow. Then we need another brick. We need a red, and a piece of steel. That should be that. Yes. Alright. Set that up to 3 stacks because we're going to need a lot of these. Get my remaining stock back in here. Good. And that is assembling machines too. Let's set up a chest so we can get the assembling machines one there. I don't need those in my inventory anymore. Then we're gonna look at what we are gonna need to boost. And it seems like our production here needs a boost. We have set up one thing, or we've relucted to set up one thing. I know of a way I can set it up. We're gonna need fast inserters now. The time has come that I need them. Because this production over here is too slow. Why are these not producing? I am a dumbass. I walked past that so many times. Never noticed that I never hooked it up properly. No wonder my copper wasn't going that fast. That's what you get for being a dumbass. Alright, now the green circuits are finally getting back to the end again. Alright, now logistics 2 is nearly done. Then we can get finally started on the trains. And the question is, how are we gonna build a train? Let's first improve our steel production. Because steel is always a bottleneck. Technically, I set this up wrong as well. I need this to be a combined line. So... Alright, let's stop this for a sec. Oh, of course. I could do it like output priority right here. That's better. Ah, I love it when everything is working. Steel I set up. Yeah. Oh. It's not constantly wrong, right? That's still just that beginning error that I made. Yeah. Railway is nearly done, which means that we're gonna set up the trains over here. We're gonna build like with every little bit of stone and steel that we have, we're gonna make so many rails, it's gonna come out the wazoo. I need the recipes to really see what I need to build for that. Power poles, I need power poles. Then we're gonna set up oil. And we're gonna probably just use this area over here. Just an early game. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Power. Power set up. I need pipes, of course. Alright, that's the railway. Let's just set that up real quick. Just so we can produce at least some trains. We need to set up engines. I forgot one thing. I need to upgrade my gear production. Just set up all the yellows with blues. Produce a little bit more. That's a full half belt. Nice. Half belt of gears. Alright, need some assembling machines. First off, I need most, if not all, of the materials for that. I think those only require iron and green circuits, so we can set that up on the right side of this belt. On the left side, we're gonna set up most of the materials for the rails, and I think I need it like this, because I think I have to set, yeah, iron sticks. Iron sticks. This is gonna be railways. I can set up like this. Then we just need the steel from this. This is the part where steel is always too little. And we're gonna... Why is there plates on here? There's no plates in the rest of the belts. Why was it there? Alright. I don't know. This game... Or me and this game sometimes don't seem eye to eye, I guess. There we go. And I need some chests. Let's just get a stack of chests. I set them up somewhere. Most convoluted bot mall ever. But it's fine. It's fine. Bot mall. I don't know why I said bot mall. Just mall. Let's just set this up to 8 stacks. We're gonna need a whole lot of them anyway. Next up, I need to set up engines. I think I need steel for that as well, right? Yep. Do I need engines for anything else right now? Only trains, really, right? Yeah, maybe pumps. I'll set up pumps later. I don't need pumps right now. I think the best way I could do this... Oh, this is a difficult one. I kind of need my other setup for malls already, if I want to set this up efficiently. I'll just make engines, and if I need trains, I'll build them by hand. Then I can just use the engines for cars as well. Right, let's just set up engines. Should be it. Yep. Alright, let's just set it to 2 stacks of engines. Steel, of course, is the bottleneck, but it's fine, because we'll get there eventually. I'll just yeet some stone in here. And some stone in here, since my inventory is getting so full. Oh yeah, I still need to set this up with stone. Have I never set up this? No. I did. I'm just a dumbass. I need stone for this one. And that is stone for the boilers. And let's set up 2 stacks. Because this gives 20. I think this gives stacks to 20. If it stacks to 20, I'll just make 1 stack. Let's see. Does it go to a next stack? Nope. Alright, let's make 1 stack. That way, if I have a full stack of this, or a full chest of this, and a full chest of this, then I can make another 10 steam boiler sit-ups. Right? 20 steam boiler setups with 40 steam engines, which was originally half of a pump jack worth of energy. How is my coal production looking, really? Because I have not checked that in a long time. Still seems fine. Still seems fine. Go set up a little bit more. A little bit more. How is my power production? Half. Alright. Seems fine still. I still haven't set up the last bit of the copper production. That we can probably set up right now. The last bit of the yellow inserters. Oh. Now we're gonna work on our real base soon. I just have to think out how I'm gonna do this. If I'm really gonna build a train base or not. Since this usually produces everything I need to get the ball rolling. Let's just also first make a few radars and get at least our surroundings a little bit discovered. Set up one here and one a bit lower. Just so we can start seeing what is around us. From the map generation that I saw, I know that there is a large spot underneath us, but I don't remember where all the resources are. So I think I'm gonna build an engine, a car, and just drive around a bit. Just explore a bit. Car. Should be enough. Alright. Let's explore around a little bit. We'll just go in circles a little bit just to see that we have everything. Ooh. That is a thick iron patch. How much iron is in there? 10 mil. Thank you, Rail World, for having a 10 mil iron patch that close to home. Normally you spawn quite further away, but I mean, I'm... ouch. Not complaining. This should be the area that we are gonna build our big base. Most important part, and this is where I went wrong on last time, is that I built too small of a base to sustain continued rocket launches to Vulcanus. And my rocket platform, or my space platform, was not good enough to survive the trip to Vulcanus. And that is what we're going to work on this time. Because Space Age adds a whole new list of depth to this game. That rock I did not see. Oh, here's more oil. How much? Now that's a good oil patch. So alright, we already have our supplementary oil. The moment we want to build bigger, probably gonna build either just a pipeline over there with a few pumps, or we're just gonna build a train. Which of the two I'm not sure about yet, but we'll get there when we get there. So little water. I just noticed that this map is, and not that much moisture. Oh. Hello, Rail World. 24 million. Ooh, nice. Right? We have one field of coal, one field of copper, one field of iron. If we can just find a big field of stone, then we're set, and I can think about how to set up and where to set up our base. There's also a nice big open area. Water. Finally some water, and it's just a small patch. Oop, there's our first enemies. Next to copper and stone. Alright, it's only 6 mil. It's a big, decent amount, but I kind of want something long term, although you never need that much stone. You always need way too much iron and copper. Oh, iron. Nice big patch. How much is that? 26. Alright. What else? What else? Do. Could go for another patch of copper and a small patch of stone. Or even already some uranium, but that would be at least when I have set up my next base partially. That we're gonna need uranium. Ooh, am I gonna do this? Yeah. Oh, I already found uranium and stone. Alright, there we go. We're set up. Let's build our base around all this. And coal. Alright, we're set. We have a nice large open area and we have fields of resources strewn about it. Let's check this out on the map. So we have a large field of copper, few large fields of iron, a few patches of coal. We have a nice large open area over here. We have also a nice large open area over here. So we can use this entire large field while also mining. Okay. Well, now we have to think about how we're gonna build this. Sorry, tree. There's water next to the base. It's one of the least bits of water that we have in the vicinity. We're gonna use that to start our base, but I think I kind of want to set oil and nuclear down here. If I set oil processing over here, wait, cannot. Where's those map thingies? Is that not something you can place? Add tag. New tag. So let's think this out. We're gonna set oil processing. We're gonna set that over around here. Then we can set plastic production underneath since we have coal next to it, which means that we don't have to drive it in or have to really maneuver it. That way we can just bring in plastic production close by. We can just do that over here. Uranium processing is gonna mean close to that, since uranium mine is close and we don't have to travel it by train. So we're just gonna have uranium processing over here. Then the question is, in what direction am I gonna build my base? Am I gonna build it really like a train base? Because I know the throughputs of train bases are so slow if you don't build them correctly, and I can guarantee you that I will not build it correctly the first 2, 3, 4 tries. So that's gonna be long, and I don't think it will be that useful, since the moment I build a rocket, I'm gonna go off of Navis and go to volcanoes for quite a bit. And I think it will just be better if I build a main bus system. Main bus type bases usually work better. So, since we have copper in the top, iron in the top, and coal on the top, I think it's better to just build the furnace stacks over here. So, we have a large patch of iron, and copper. So I think we're just gonna build the stacks here. Alright, so let's do iron stack. Let's save this because we're gonna build 2 of these at least. Let's build 1 over here. Can we copy this? Let's just add a new one then. Okay. Iron furnace stack with a plate over here. Maybe a little bit lower. Can I still move them? Just to make sure that I can fit the trains underneath it as well. Or on top of it. Copper stack. Steel. Steel. Furnace. Stack. And then I think 2 coppers, because we're gonna probably run dry on copper the moment we start with LDS. So we definitely need 2 copper stacks, just to think about what we're gonna do in the future. Random capitalization. Oh, okay, nice. Thank you for that. Pressed my back button. Didn't know that would work in Factorio's maps. Then I have to think about what type of furnace stack I'm gonna build and what type of train I'm gonna bring it with. Last time I worked with 2 to 8 trains, and I noticed that the sheer annoyance that I had building those train stations got me to get so annoyed so quick that I got burned out on that map. So I think 2 to 8s are not my favorite. I think I'm just gonna go for 1 to 4s again. Yeah, let's just go with 1 to 4s. Alright. Then we're gonna have to think about a setup. And I have worked on a train setup before, and I'm gonna check if I still like that train setup. I'm probably gonna have to change the stations because they were massive. Yeah, we're not gonna use these anymore. Let's just build an extra book in here and just call this 2 by 8 trains. And move many of these books in transport over to there, like this. Like this. We can keep the unloading segments because we can use that for a 1 by 4 train as well. Most of these are fine. I think I tried this for a different... Yeah, this is a different setup. And I kinda never used this setup, so I'm just gonna remove these. Loop-de-loop, split, horizontal, straight. I think most of this is still fine. So we just have to start working on a grids-based system that I can... Let's see, I think I worked around 32s. Yes, I worked around 32s because I think 32s is also the distance between 2 large electric poles. So what I kind of want to do is I want to build my furnace setup around that as well. So we're gonna see if we can build a furnace setup that is built around the same grid system. So we're gonna go over here. We're gonna go and just start building from one of our stacks. So let's just see if we can build from our copper furnace stack and see if we can build some delivery systems. How'd you call it? The drop-off locations, the unloading stations. We still have enough here? Yeah, we do. Everything's still walking smoothly. How is our power? Power's fine. Good, good. We're still researching. So while we're still researching, we can just work on other things. Because why not? If you have automatic production, why not just keep researching? Alright. Doing this without construction bots is going to be annoying though. Would it be better to just force myself or force to research towards personal roboports. It's all blue science. If I... It is possible to build a trickle of blue science. Oh, damn, this is gonna be annoying. If I could just get there. If I have them, then I would have a lot less issues with it, that's for sure. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just set up a few bits and bobs around oil processing. Oh, and of course the rail signals. I almost forgot it. I even said it before that we only need to set up it over here because I need undergrounds. Because you only need iron plates and green circuits. Need some of this, and a few of these. Solar energy is researched. Do I need to do this? Nah, you need so little train stops, especially at this point in the game. It's no use to automate the production yet. Maybe later if I have everything set up, but not for now. Maybe better if I don't switch them around, you know? And we'll set up, I think I only need 2 stacks of this and 4 stacks of that. Yep, alright, that's being made. I have the pipes. Now I need to build... Oh, I first have to mine it a little bit, because apparently it's all locked behind. You mined it once, now you can finally use it. It's like, okay, why? But sure. And now let's set up the power. And that is that. That gives us access to the oil refiner. We'll just set up a little bit of this. Don't need too much of it yet. How close were those to the water? Not that close. We'll get to that later. Alright. I kinda don't need these in my inventory anymore because it's so rare to use them. Let's set up the pump. Electricity. There we go. Yay, petroleum. This is usually the part when most people stop playing this game. Although, to be fair, I will probably soon take a break. Boom, 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 Yeah, I think I will put a break on this for today. Very much happy with at least how quickly I went through this. In only 2 hours, I've managed to set up most of this, and it's probably very slow for some players, but I mean, I am not a fast player whatsoever in this game, so I'm happy with it. Well, at least if you enjoyed it, thanks for watching. If you made it this far into the video or in the stream, and I will see you in the next one of these. All right. Thank you very much, and goodbye.